Father, here I am. Not rushing in today. Not asking for anything yet. Just here. It's Saturday. And Lord, I need to stop. Not later. Not after one more thing. Not once everything is finished. Now. So this morning, before anything else, I'm asking you for permission. Permission to rest. Really rest. Not the kind where my body sits still and my mind keeps working. The real kind. The kind that reaches all the way down. Lord, will you give me that today? Will you let me actually stop? No agenda. No performance. No proving anything to anyone. Just this. Just you. Just quiet. Slow me down, Lord. Before the day gets away from me. Before I fill it with things. Slow me down right at the start. I've been moving so fast for so many days. Waking up already behind. Falling asleep still thinking. Running from one thing to the next without ever really landing anywhere in between. So today, I want to land. Right here. In this moment. With you. Father, I have to be honest with you. Resting is hard for me. It sounds simple. It sounds like the easiest thing in the world. Do nothing. But I don't know how. Something in me feels guilty the moment I slow down. Like I'm getting away with something. Like somewhere, someone is keeping score. Like rest has to be earned before it can be enjoyed. So even on a Saturday, even on the one morning I could actually breathe, there's a list running in the back of my mind. The laundry. The emails. The thing I said I'd get to. The thing I forgot until just now. The thing that isn't even urgent but won't stop tapping on the glass. Lord, my body might sit down today. But my mind keeps standing up. It keeps working the problem. Keeps replaying the conversation. Keeps rehearsing Monday before Saturday has even started. That's not rest. That's just stillness with the engine still running. I know what it looks like, Lord. I sit down on the couch. And 30 seconds later I'm back up, because I remembered one more thing. I lie down for a nap. And instead of sleeping, I stare at the ceiling doing math about next week. I tell myself I'm relaxing. While my phone sits face up on the table, waiting for me to check it one more time. That's not rest either. That's just distraction wearing rest's clothes. Sometimes I open my phone just to check one thing. And 40 minutes later I look up and I've scrolled through 100 other people's Saturdays, their vacations, their projects, their perfectly organized homes, and somehow I feel more tired than when I started. That's not rest. That's comparison with a screen in front of it. Or I tell myself I'll just knock out one small chore first. And one chore becomes 3. And 3 becomes the whole morning gone. And by the time I sit down, I'm too wound up to actually settle. Lord, I don't even know how to start resting anymore. I know how to work. I know how to push. I know how to keep a list running and check things off it. But stopping, actually stopping, feels like a muscle I forgot how to use. Maybe you know exactly what I mean. Maybe you're listening to this right now still half planning the rest of your Saturday in your head. Maybe rest, for you too, has started to feel like a foreign language, one you used to speak fluently as a kid, and somehow forgot along the way. If that's you, I'm glad you're here this morning. Let's learn it again together. And Father, I know part of this isn't only me. I live in a world that measures people by output. Productive is good. Busy is respectable. Tired is almost a badge of honor. Say it out loud and people nod like you've accomplished something. I've done it myself. Worn exhaustion like proof that I matter. Like being depleted means I must be important. But slow. Still. Unavailable for a few hours. That gets questioned. That gets a second look. That feels, somehow, like falling behind. Even the word weekend doesn't feel like rest anymore. It feels like a shorter version of the week, just with different chores. So I want to name that right now, Lord. The pressure to always be doing something. The voice that says rest is for people who've earned it. The fear that if I stop, everything falls apart without me. The quiet comparison to people who seem to rest so easily, while I can't even sit still for 10 minutes without guilt creeping in. I don't think that voice is yours. I don't think you are the one making me feel guilty for stopping. I think that voice has been shaped by 1,000 small messages, from culture, from comparison, from my own fear of not being enough. Messages that said hustle is holy. Messages that said rest is for the weak. Messages that said if you're not exhausted, you're not trying hard enough. I've believed those messages for a long time, Lord. Longer than I realized. But it isn't you. So today, I want to hear from you instead. Not from the to-do list. Not from the culture. Not from the version of me that thinks my worth is my output. From you. Lord, take me back to the beginning. Back to the very first week there ever was. Genesis chapter 2. You made light. You made sky. You made land and sea. You made every plant and every creature and every star. 6 days of speaking the universe into being. 6 days of a work so vast that nothing before or since compares to it. And then, on the seventh day, you rested. Genesis 2 verses 2-3 says, by the seventh day God had finished the work he had been doing, so on the seventh day he rested from all his work. Then God blessed the seventh day and made it holy. You rested. Not because you were tired. You don't get tired, Lord. You don't run low. You don't need to recover. You rested on purpose. You rested to show me something. You built rest into the very structure of the week. Into the rhythm of time itself. Before there was ever a human being to rest, you had already rested. Which means rest isn't something extra. It isn't a reward. It isn't an interruption to real life. It's part of the pattern. Woven into creation itself, the same way you wove light and gravity and the tides. And here's what strikes me, Lord, you didn't rest because the work wasn't good. You looked at everything you had made, and you called it very good. Complete. Finished. Worthy of stopping to enjoy. I think I do the opposite. I keep working past the point of good enough, because I'm scared to call anything finished. I keep adding one more task, one more improvement, one more hour, as if stopping means admitting it wasn't good enough yet. But you looked at your work and rested in the goodness of it. Teach me to do that too, Lord. To look at this week, imperfect, unfinished in 100 small ways, and still be able to rest in it. Lord, I think about the manna too. Out in the wilderness. Exodus chapter 16. Bread from heaven, falling fresh every single morning. You told your people to gather only what they needed for that day. No hoarding. No stockpiling out of fear there wouldn't be more tomorrow. But on the 6th day, you told them to gather double. So that on the 7th day, they wouldn't have to work at all. The bread would already be there. Already provided. Already enough. Lord, that's such a small detail. But it says so much. You didn't just command rest and leave people to figure out how to survive it. You provided for it in advance. You made sure the rest wouldn't cost them anything. So today, help me trust that. That you've already provided for what I need, even on the day I'm not out there working for it. That resting today doesn't mean tomorrow falls apart. It means I'm trusting the God who sends double so I don't have to gather on the day I'm meant to rest. And Lord, some of your people didn't trust it. Exodus says a few of them went out on the 7th day anyway, looking for more, just in case. And there was nothing to find. The provision was already complete. I don't want to be that person, Lord. Still hunting for more on the day you've already told me is finished. Still checking, still working, still gathering, when you've already provided everything I need. Help me trust the provision that's already there instead of going out looking for more. Lord, if you, the God who never tires, chose to stop, who am I to think I shouldn't? If the 7th day was holy to you, maybe this Saturday can be holy to me too. Not holy like a rule I have to follow. Holy like a gift I get to open. Set apart. Different from the other 6. Blessed, the way you blessed it in the beginning. Help me receive it that way today. Father, you didn't just rest and leave it there. You made it a command. Exodus chapter 20. The 10 Commandments. Right there next to do not steal, do not lie, honor your mother and father. Remember the Sabbath day, and keep it holy. 6 days you shall labor and do all your work, but the 7th day is a Sabbath to the Lord your God. On it you shall not do any work. Not you. Not your children. Not your servants. Not even the animals in your household. Not even the foreigner within your gates. Everyone rests. Because in 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth and everything in them, and he rested on the 7th day. That's why he blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Exodus 20 verses 8 to 11. Lord, that stops me. Rest isn't just allowed. It's commanded. Right there next to the things I think of as the serious commandments, the moral ones, the sacred ones, you put rest. Which means neglecting rest isn't just unwise. It's disobedience. And I think I needed to hear that today, Lord. Because I've been treating rest like it's optional. Like it's the thing I get to if everything else is done. Like it's the last item on the list, and the list never ends, so rest never comes. But you didn't put it last. You put it in the 10. Same weight as do not murder. Same weight as do not covet. Same weight as honoring you alone as God. That tells me something about how seriously you take this. And notice, Lord, the command wasn't only for the head of the household. It was for the servants too. For the workers who had no power to give themselves a day off. For the ones who couldn't say no to their masters. You made sure even they got to rest. Which tells me rest isn't a privilege for people who've climbed high enough to afford it. It's a right you built in for everyone, including the people who feel like they can't say no to anyone. Including me, on the days I feel like I can't say no either. And Lord, the writer of Hebrews picks this up centuries later. There remains, then, a Sabbath rest for the people of God, for anyone who enters God's rest also rests from their works, just as God did from his. Hebrews 4 verses 9 to 10. There remains. Meaning it didn't expire. Meaning it wasn't just for one nation, one law, one moment in history. The invitation to rest is still open. Still standing. Still mine to walk into today. Let us, therefore, make every effort to enter that rest, the passage goes on to say. Isn't that interesting, Lord? Make every effort to rest. It's almost funny. The one thing I have to work at is letting myself stop working. But I'm willing to make that effort today. I'm willing to fight for this rest the same way I'd fight for anything else I actually wanted. And Lord, there's another reason you gave for the Sabbath. A second one, in Deuteronomy chapter 5. Remember that you were slaves in Egypt, and the Lord your God brought you out of there with a mighty hand and an outstretched arm. Therefore the Lord your God has commanded you to observe the Sabbath day. Remember that you were slaves. Lord, slaves don't get to rest. Slaves don't get to say, not today. Slaves work because someone else owns their time, their labor, their worth. And you brought your people out of that. So the Sabbath wasn't just a command. It was a weekly reminder of freedom. A way of saying, you are not a slave anymore. Nobody owns your every hour. You get to stop, because you are free. Lord, I think I've been living like a slave to my own schedule. Like something owns my time that isn't you. The inbox. The expectations. The version of me that only feels safe when I'm producing. But you brought me out of that too. I am free. Free to work, and free to stop. Free to give, and free to receive. Free to be productive, and free, just as fully, to rest. Free from the fear that if I stop, I'll lose my place. Free from the belief that my calendar decides my value. Free from the old, tired lie that rest has to be earned before it's allowed. Today, I choose to live like a free person. Not a slave to the to-do list. Free. So Lord, right now, I want to actually obey this one. Can we just try that together for a moment? Let your shoulders drop right where you're sitting. Just let them fall. Unclench your jaw. You've probably been holding it tighter than you realized. Let it go. Take one slow breath in. And let it out slowly. That's it. That's obedience too. Not just the big things. Sometimes obedience is this small. This quiet. This simple. Lord Jesus, I want to sit with your words for a while. The ones you spoke to the crowd that day. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Matthew 11 verse 28. All you who are weary. That's me. And all you who are burdened. That's me too. You didn't say come to me once you're not tired anymore. You didn't say come to me after you've handled the burden yourself. You didn't say get some rest first, then come find me. You said come as you are. Weary. Burdened. Worn down by the week. Come now. And I will give you rest. Not I'll help you find rest somewhere else. Not I'll point you toward rest. Not here's a technique that might help. I will give it to you. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Matthew 11 verses 29 to 30. Rest for your souls. Not just rest for the body. Not just a nap and a quiet afternoon. Rest for the soul. The deep place. The place under the tiredness. The place that doesn't get touched by a long weekend or a good night's sleep. That place needs rest too, Lord. And you said you'd give it. I am gentle and humble in heart, you said. Not demanding. Not impatient with me. Not standing over me with a list of what I still haven't done. Gentle. That word matters to me this morning, Lord. Because so much of what tires me out is harshness, my own harshness with myself, mostly. The inner voice that never says well done, only not enough yet. But that's not your voice. Your voice is gentle. Your voice is humble. Your voice invites instead of demands. Learn from me, you said. Not just believe in me. Not just follow my rules. Learn from me. Lord, I think that means I have to actually watch how you lived. How you moved through crowded days without being frantic. How you could be fully present with one person even when 100 others were waiting. How you withdrew to lonely places to pray, even when the ministry was working, even when people wanted more of you. You never once looked rushed. Not even walking toward a cross. That's the rhythm I want to learn, Lord. Unhurried. Unanxious. Fully present, one moment at a time. Not rushing to the next thing before I've finished noticing this thing. Not treating every quiet moment as a problem to solve. Not mistaking stillness for wasted time. Teach me that rhythm today. Your yoke is easy. Your burden is light. Not no burden at all, you're honest about that. There's still a yoke. There's still weight to carry in this life. But it's easy. It's light. Because you carry it with me. A yoke is built for two. That's the whole design of it. Not one animal straining alone, two, walking together, one of them strong enough to carry the greater share. I'm not pulling alone. Lord, I've been pulling alone. I've been carrying things that were never meant to be carried solo, the pressure, the planning, the worry, the weight of being the one who holds it all together. I hand it to you right now. I take your yoke instead of mine. I receive rest for my soul. Father, there's a moment in Mark chapter 6 I keep coming back to. The disciples had just come back from an intense season of ministry. Teaching, healing, meeting the needs of crowd after crowd after crowd. They were gathered around Jesus, telling him everything they had done and taught. And so many people were coming and going that they didn't even have a chance to eat. Sound familiar? No time to eat. No time to think. No time to just be a person for a minute. And Jesus looked at his exhausted friends and said, "Come away by yourselves to a quiet place and get some rest." Mark 6 verse 31. He didn't say push through. He didn't say the crowd needs you, so keep going. He didn't say rest is for later, there's too much to do right now. He said come away. Get some rest. Even in the middle of important work. Even with real needs still out there, unmet. Even with people still lined up who wanted their attention. He pulled them aside anyway. Because the work would still be there tomorrow. But the disciples, if they kept going without stopping, might not have anything left to give it. Lord, I think about Elijah too. After the mountain. After the fire fell from heaven and consumed the offering. After the greatest, most public victory of his entire ministry. He ran. Collapsed under a broom tree in the wilderness. Told you he'd had enough. Asked you to just let him die. 1 Kings 19. And you didn't rebuke him. You didn't hand him a new assignment. You didn't remind him of the miracle he'd just witnessed or ask him why his faith had crumbled so fast. You sent an angel to touch him and say, "Get up and eat." He ate, and he lay back down. And the angel came again, a second time, and touched him again, and said, "Get up and eat, for the journey is too much for you." Rest and food. Twice. Before one single word of correction or direction. Because you know something about human beings that we keep forgetting about ourselves. We are not machines. We cannot run on empty and call it faith. Sometimes the most spiritual thing a person can do is sleep and eat, and let their body catch up before they try to solve anything else. Lord, I even think about that storm on the lake. Mark chapter 4. The wind was furious. Waves were breaking over the boat. The disciples, grown men, some of them experienced fishermen, were terrified they were going to drown. And where was Jesus? Asleep. In the stern. On a cushion. In the middle of a storm that had professional sailors panicking, the Son of God was sleeping so soundly they had to wake him up. Lord, that tells me something about what real trust looks like. It isn't staying awake all night trying to control the storm. It's being able to rest inside it, because you know who's actually in charge. I want that kind of rest, Lord. Not just rest when everything is calm. Rest even when the wind is loud and the waves feel dangerous. Rest even when the situation at home isn't fully resolved. Rest even when the bank account isn't where I'd like it to be. Rest even when tomorrow is still uncertain. Rest because I trust who's in the boat with me. So Lord, if Jesus pulled his disciples away in the middle of urgent work, if you sent an angel twice to feed and rest Elijah before you asked anything else of him, then I can stop today too. The world will not end because I rested for a few hours. The people who need me will still be there this evening. The work will still be there tomorrow. Lord, I know what it's like to be the one everyone counts on. The one who shows up. The one who handles it. The one who doesn't get the option of falling apart, because too many other things depend on staying upright. And I've told myself, more than once, that if I stop moving, everything I'm holding together will fall apart. But Lord, that thought itself is a warning sign, isn't it? Elijah felt unstoppable one day and finished the next. The disciples were doing miracles and still needed to be pulled aside. If they needed rest in the middle of history-making work, I needed too. I am not the exception. I am not the one person who can run on empty forever. I am not too important to stop. Nobody is. Not the busiest person I know. Not the most needed person in any room. Not me. Come away with me, Lord. To this quiet place. This Saturday morning. Just you and me for a while. Father, I want to sit with two more passages now, your words about sleep, and your words as my shepherd. Psalm 127 verse 2 first. In vain you rise early and stay up late, toiling for food to eat, for he grants sleep to those he loves. He grants sleep to those he loves. Not to those who earned it. Not to those who finished everything on the list first. Not to those who worked hard enough to deserve it. To those he loves. Lord, that means my rest isn't a transaction with you. It's not a wage I collect after enough hours of labor. It's a gift you give because you love me. Just because. In vain you rise early and stay up late. That word lands hard, Lord. In vain. How many mornings have I woken up before I needed to, already running the day in my head? How many nights have I stayed up later than I should have, telling myself I was being responsible, when really I just didn't know how to stop? And you're telling me, gently, but clearly, some of that striving was in vain. Not the work itself. Work is good. Work is part of how you made us. But the anxious, grasping, never enough version of it. The version that thinks if I just push a little harder, stay up a little later, wake up a little earlier, I'll finally be secure. That's the part that's in vain. Because underneath all of it, Lord, you're just waiting to give. You grant sleep to those you love. You grant rest to those you love. I don't have to wrestle it out of your hands. I don't have to prove I deserve it. I just have to receive it. Open hands. Lord, my hands are open. I think about the new parent, up every 2 hours through the night, who can't remember the last time they slept in one long, unbroken stretch. I think about the person running numbers in their head at midnight, trying to make a budget stretch further than it wants to go. I think about the one lying awake replaying a conversation from 3 days ago, wishing they'd said it differently. Lord, you see all of them. You see me. And your desire for every one of us is the same: sleep. Rest. A body and mind that actually get to stop. I ask for that on their behalf too, Lord. Not just for me this morning. For everyone carrying a version of sleeplessness right now. And Father, this is where Psalm 23 meets me too. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He makes me Not suggests. Not hopes I'll consider it. Not leaves it up to me to figure out on my own. Makes me. Because you know that left to myself, I would keep grazing right past the rest I need. I would keep walking, keep working, keep going, until I collapsed instead of chose to lie down. So you make me. Gently. Like a good shepherd with a tired sheep who doesn't even know it's exhausted yet. He leads me beside quiet waters. Not rushing rapids. Not churning currents. Quiet waters. Still enough to see your own reflection in. Still enough to actually drink from without fear. Lord, lead me there today. Away from the noise. Away from the notifications. Away from the 16 tabs open in my mind. To something quiet. He restores my soul. Not just my energy. Not just my body. My soul. The part of me that gets worn thin by decisions and demands and everyone needing something. Restore it, Lord. Restore the part of me that used to enjoy things without needing a reason. Restore the part of me that could sit in silence without reaching for my phone. Restore the part of me that trusted you easily, before the years wore that trust thin in places. He leads me in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Be still, and know that I am God. Psalm 46 verse 10. Be still. Not be productive. Not be impressive. Not be anything at all. Just still. Because it's in the stillness, not the striving, that I actually come to know who you are. I can read about you while I'm busy. I can talk about you while I'm rushing. But I know you differently in the stillness. Closer. Quieter. Truer. So Lord, right now, I want to be still. Not doing. Not fixing. Not planning. Just still, and knowing that you are God, and I am not, and that is the most restful truth there is. Lord, be my shepherd today. Make me lie down. Lead me beside the quiet water. Restore what the weak has worn down. Father, I want to get specific now. Because tired isn't just one thing. There are different kinds of tired. And I think I need permission to rest from each one, by name. There's physical tiredness. The body that's been standing, lifting, driving, cleaning, moving all week. The muscles that ache in ways they didn't used to. The eyes that burn a little by the end of the day. The back that doesn't quite straighten all the way anymore. Lord, I give you permission, no, I receive your permission, to let my body actually rest today. Not just sit while my mind keeps racing. Rest. There's emotional tiredness. The kind that comes from caring about people through hard things. From holding space for someone else's pain. From absorbing tension I didn't create and can't fully fix. From smiling through a conversation when inside I felt like I was barely holding together. From being the calm one when everyone around me was falling apart. From carrying worry for people I love that I can't actually fix or control. Lord, I'm emotionally tired. I've been strong for people who needed me to be strong. Today, let me set that down. Let me feel what I actually feel without managing it for someone else's benefit. There's the tiredness of decisions. Small ones, all week, stacked on top of each other. What to make for dinner? What to say in that email? What to prioritize when 3 things all felt urgent at once? Which bill to pay first? Which invitation to accept? Which words to use with a child who needed the right words and didn't get them? Nobody talks about how tiring it is just to decide things all day, every day. The parent deciding what's fair between 2 arguing children for the 5th time before breakfast. The business owner deciding who gets paid first when there isn't enough to go around. The caregiver deciding, again, what today's version of okay is going to look like. Every one of those decisions costs something. Even the small ones. Even the ones nobody notices but me. Lord, today, let there be fewer decisions. Let it be okay to not have a plan for every hour. Let it be okay to decide almost nothing. There's the tiredness of always being available. The phone that could buzz any moment. The expectation that I answer quickly. The sense that if I don't respond, something will fall apart or someone will be upset. The way even silence from my phone feels like it's waiting for something. The work message that lands on a Saturday because someone else forgot the weekend was supposed to be different. The group chat that keeps buzzing. The unspoken rule that a good employee, a good parent, a good friend answers immediately, no matter what day it is. Lord, give me permission to be unavailable for a while today. The people who truly need me will still be there this evening. Everyone else can wait. And there's the tiredness of always needing to be productive, even in my leisure. The vacation that turns into a checklist. The hobby that becomes another thing to optimize. The rest that gets measured, did I rest well enough, efficiently enough, correctly enough? The book I read so I can say I read it, instead of because I loved it. Lord, that's exhausting too. So today, permission to rest badly, if that's what happens. Permission to waste an hour. Permission to do something with absolutely no productive value at all, just because it's enjoyable. And Lord, there's spiritual tiredness too. The kind that comes from feeling like even my faith has become another item to manage. Another box to check. Another thing I should be doing more of, better, more consistently. Prayers that turned into requests I recite instead of a relationship I enjoy. A Bible I read out of duty more than desire. A relationship with you that started to feel like one more obligation in a life already full of them. Lord, forgive me for that. And meet me here, right now, not as an obligation, but as a father who just wants to be with me. Let today be about being with you, not performing for you. Physical rest. Emotional rest. Rest from deciding. Rest from being available. Rest from performing, even at resting. Rest for my relationship with you. Lord, I receive every kind today. Let's try something together again, right now. Wherever you are. However you're sitting or standing or lying down. Roll your shoulders back, just once. Let your jaw loosen. Let your hands unclench, if they've been clenched. Take a breath in through your nose. Hold it for just a second. And let it out slow. There. That's not nothing. That's your body agreeing with what your soul needs to hear. It's okay to stop. Lord, teach me to do that more. Not just once a week when I remember. Little moments, all through the day, where I let go instead of gripping tighter. And Father, if this kind of morning, slow, unhurried, honest, is something you want more of, this channel exists for exactly that. Go ahead and subscribe, so these prayers find you again. Lord, I want to receive a blessing over the rest of this day now. Not a to-do list. A blessing. Bless this day with slowness. Let the hours feel long instead of hurried. Let there be no rush hiding underneath any of it. Let me move through today at the pace of someone who has nothing to prove. Bless this day with permission. Permission to do nothing productive for as long as I want. Permission to leave the list untouched. Permission to let the house be a little messy and the inbox be a little full, because none of that is more important than my soul catching its breath. Bless this day with simple things. A good cup of coffee, tasted slowly instead of gulped on the way out the door. Sunlight through a window. A song that means something. A conversation with no agenda. A nap that isn't apologized for. A walk with nowhere in particular to be. Laughter that catches me off guard. A meal that isn't rushed. Let me enjoy the small, ordinary, unremarkable gifts of this day without needing them to lead anywhere or produce anything. Bless this day with presence. If there are people around me today, let me actually be with them. Not half present, half thinking about what's next. Fully here. Fully in the moment I'm actually in. Bless this day with quiet. Even if it's noisy around me, kids, traffic, the world doing what the world does, let there be a quiet place inside me that nothing can disturb. The quiet you give. Not the absence of noise, but the presence of you. Bless this evening, when it comes. Let today end without the low, familiar guilt of, I should have done more. Let it end with peace instead. With a body that's actually tired in a good way, the way that leads to real sleep. With a mind that's quiet enough to drift off without replaying the day. Bless the sleep that follows this day. Deep. Uninterrupted. The kind of sleep you grant to those you love. Lord, I lay down my striving today. I lay down the need to be impressive. I lay down the need to be efficient. I lay down the belief that my value is measured in output. I am not what I produce. I am yours. Loved before I did anything. Loved on the days I do everything right. Loved just as much on the days I do nothing at all. And Lord, for anyone praying this with me right now, who came into this morning exhausted in ways nobody else can see, give them this same rest. The one who's been strong for everyone else too long. The one juggling more than any one person should carry. The one who hasn't had a truly quiet moment in longer than they can remember. The one who feels guilty just for wanting a break. The one taking care of a sick parent or a struggling child with no days off in sight. The one working 2 jobs just to keep the lights on. The one who forgot, somewhere along the way, what it even feels like to not be tired. Lord, meet them here. Let this be the morning they finally exhale. Lord, I want to speak a few things out loud before I close. Not requests. Declarations. I declare that rest is not laziness. It is obedience. It is trust. It is a quiet act of faith that says you are God and I am not, and the world does not depend on my constant effort to hold it up. I declare that I am allowed to stop today. Not because I've earned it. Not because everything is finished. But because you commanded it, and because you love me, and because you are already holding what I would otherwise be carrying. I declare that my worth was never in my output. Not in what I accomplish today. Not in what I finish, fix, or produce. My worth was settled before I did anything, the moment you made me, the moment you called me yours. I declare that this rest is productive, even though it doesn't feel like it. It is doing something. It is restoring what the week wore down. It is preparing me for what's ahead, even though right now it just looks like sitting still. I declare peace over this day. Not the peace that depends on an empty inbox. Not the peace that depends on a finished list. The peace that comes simply from being with you. I declare that next week does not need to be solved today. Whatever is coming, the meetings, the demands, the responsibilities, they can wait for their own day. I will not borrow next week's weight to carry through this Saturday. I declare that I am allowed to enjoy my life. Not just endure it. Not just manage it. Enjoy it. The people in it. The small pleasures in it. The ordinary Saturday morning, right now, that is itself a gift I get to open. Father, before I close, I want to just be grateful for a while. Not asking. Not interceding. Just thankful. Thank you for rest as a gift, not a reward. Thank you for a God who rested first, so I'd know it was allowed. Thank you for the Sabbath, a whole day built into time itself just so I could stop. Thank you for Jesus, who invites the weary instead of shaming them. Thank you for green pastures and still waters and a shepherd who makes me lie down even when I don't know how to lie down on my own. Thank you for sleep. For breath. For a body that knows how to heal itself while I'm not even paying attention. Thank you for this Saturday. For the chance to actually receive it, instead of just surviving it. Thank you for the people who let me rest. The ones who cover for me. The ones who don't ask anything of me today. The ones who understand, without needing an explanation, that I need a slower pace right now. Bless them, Lord, the way they've blessed me. Thank you for my body. Even the tired parts. Even the achy parts. Even the parts that remind me, honestly, that I am not unbreakable, because that reminder keeps me humble, and keeps me coming back to you. Thank you for a body that can rest and recover instead of one that would simply give out with no way back. Thank you for permission, real permission, to not be okay all the time. To be tired without apologizing for it. To need rest without justifying it. To be human, made of dust and breath, exactly as you designed me to be. Lord, let this rest do its work in me today. Let it reach the tired body. Let it reach the tired mind. Let it reach the tired heart, and the soul underneath all of it that's been running longer than I even realized. Let me walk into tomorrow, and into next week, not just having survived this weekend, but actually restored. I don't want to just make it to Monday. I want to arrive at Monday different than I would have if I'd spent today the old way, busy, guilty, half-resting at best. I want to arrive lighter. Steadier. More like myself, and less like whatever the week had worn me down into. Renewed strength. Renewed peace. Renewed joy in ordinary things. Renewed love for the people around me. Renewed nearness to you. That's what I'm asking rest to do in me, Lord. Not just recovery. Restoration. And Lord, whatever this day holds, plans or no plans, people or quiet solitude, a full schedule or an empty one, let me hold it loosely. Let me hold today the way I'd hold something fragile and precious, carefully, gently, without gripping so tight I crush the goodness out of it. If something unexpected interrupts my rest, let me not resent it. If nothing at all happens today, let that be enough. If I fall asleep in the middle of the afternoon with no explanation needed, let that be holy too. If someone needs me and I answer, let me answer from a full cup, not an empty one. If the whole day ends up looking like nothing worth mentioning to anyone else, let it still be everything it needed to be for my soul. Thank you, Lord, for this day, for this rest, for loving me enough to command it, and gracious enough to give it freely. For a Sabbath that was never about rules. For a rest that was always about love. Thank you for meeting me here, right where I was, tired, guilty, unsure how to stop, and gently showing me that I could. Thank you that I don't have to figure out how to rest perfectly. I just have to let you teach me, one Saturday at a time. This one included. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen and amen.